A truck loaded with logs was struggling in the harsh winter conditions. The road was slippery and covered in ice, turning the surface into a dangerously treacherous path. As the heavy truck tried to move forward, the wheels spun wildly, unable to grip the road, unable to bear the enormous weight of the piled logs. The more the driver pressed the accelerator, the deeper the tires sank into the icy road. Realizing the truck couldn't get itself out, help was called. A powerful tracked bulldozer was quickly brought to the scene. Unlike the truck's rubber tires, the bulldozer's wide steel tracks provided superior traction and stability on the snow-covered ground. A sturdy tow cable was securely attached between the two machines. With steady power and controlled force, the bulldozer slowly pulled the stuck truck forward. After a tense effort, the heavy vehicle was finally freed and continued its journey through the frozen landscape. A new and creative method is used to rescue a tractor stuck deep in the mud. Instead of relying on another vehicle, the operators attach two strong wooden logs to the rear wheels. Each log is tightly secured with heavy chains, fixed firmly to one wheel on each side. As the wheels rotate, the logs act like extended traction arms, increasing grip and reducing slippage. This simple but effective technique helps the tractor move forward more easily and escape the muddy ground. A heavy truck becomes hopelessly stuck in a deep swamp. Its wheels spin wildly, sinking further into the thick mud and water. The ground is too soft to support the vehicle's weight, leaving it stranded and unable to move. To solve the problem, a powerful military truck, the Vityaz, arrives at the scene. Designed for extreme terrain, this articulated tracked vehicle easily travels across the swamp without sinking. A strong steel cable is attached between the two vehicles. With steady power and traction, the Vityaz slowly pulls the trapped truck free, successfully completing the rescue operation. In this dramatic rescue scene, a van has been involved in a serious accident and left in a damaged position off the roadway. The impact has severely affected the vehicle's structure, leaving it tilted and unable to move under its own power. Fortunately, although the passengers are injured, they are still alive, which makes the recovery operation even more urgent and meaningful. The accident involves a UAZ van, commonly known as the UAZ 452, a rugged vehicle often used in rural and off-road areas. After the crash, the van rests in a difficult location, making it impossible for conventional towing methods to be used safely. As a result, a professional rescue team arrives with a heavy-duty crane truck to carry out the evacuation. First, the operators carefully assess the stability of the van and the surrounding terrain. Strong steel cables are then securely attached to the vehicle's frame. The crane operator slowly lifts the damaged van into the air, ensuring that the load remains balanced throughout the process. Every movement is controlled and precise to prevent further damage or risk. Gradually, the crane raises the van completely off the ground and places it onto a recovery vehicle. The operation demonstrates skill, coordination, and the importance of specialized equipment in emergency situations. Thanks to the quick response and careful handling, the accident scene is cleared safely, and the damaged van is transported away for further inspection and repair.
Просто сегодня, чтобы они справку о ДТП дали. Ну, заехать там, бумаги им показать, объяснительно написать, и все, и они мне справку дадут, и все. Парящий УАЗик.
A dramatic moment as a heavy truck struggles to climb a steep rural slope covered in thick mud. After continuous rain, the unpaved road has turned slippery and unstable. As the driver accelerates carefully, the truck's wheels spin and sink into the soft ground. Despite losing traction several times, the driver skillfully adjusts the throttle and steering to prevent the vehicle from sliding backward. Mud splashes around the tires as the engine roars under pressure. With patience and precise control, the truck slowly gains grip, fighting gravity and the treacherous terrain to avoid skidding and tipping over. A powerful John Deere tractor becomes heavily stuck while working in a waterlogged field. As the driver attempts to move forward, the wheels spin helplessly, sinking deeper into the thick mud. Realizing the machine cannot free itself, assistance is called in. A strong New Holland tractor arrives to perform the rescue. After securing a heavy-duty tow strap between the two machines, the New Holland carefully applies steady pulling force. Gradually, the stuck tractor is freed and safely pulled back onto firm ground, successfully completing the recovery operation. The struggle of loaded trucks becomes the most dramatic moment of the harvest. Deep in the rural fields of Bukidnon, heavy vehicles stacked high with freshly cut sugarcane attempt to leave the plantation. However, the unpaved road has turned into thick, slippery mud after continuous use and moisture. As the engines roar, the massive wheels spin helplessly, sinking deeper into the soft ground. Mud splashes in all directions, while the trucks sway under the extreme weight of their cargo. Drivers carefully control the throttle, trying to gain traction without digging further into the mire. In some scenes, other vehicles or workers assist, pushing or pulling to free the trapped truck. This difficult journey highlights the harsh realities of agricultural transport, where nature and terrain constantly challenge both machines and manpower. The Universal 445 tractor is seen struggling to climb a steep forest slope while fully loaded with heavy logs. The rough, uneven road makes the ascent extremely challenging. As the tractor moves forward, its rear wheels spin and lose traction on the loose soil. The engine works hard, producing steady power, but the incline and weight slow its progress. To prevent it from getting completely stuck, a strong towing cable is attached to assist the climb. With the additional pulling force and careful throttle control, the tractor gradually overcomes the rugged hill and continues its demanding task. In the middle of a muddy field, a large excavator suddenly became trapped in a deep swamp. Its tracks kept spinning, but the machine slowly sank further into the soft ground. The operator tried to move carefully, yet the heavy weight made escape impossible. To rescue it, 2 heavy-duty agricultural tractors were brought to the scene. Working together, they attached strong towing cables and applied steady pulling force. After several powerful attempts, the stuck excavator was finally freed from the swamp. In this dramatic recovery scene, a powerful rescue operation unfolds as a bulldozer becomes trapped deep in thick mud. The heavy machine, a John Deere bulldozer, had sunk into the soft ground while working on the site. Its tracks spun helplessly, digging deeper into the mud and making escape impossible. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, Mark Hughes quickly prepared his reliable Case IH quad-track tractor for the recovery mission. Known for its immense pulling strength and advanced 4-track design, the Case quad-track is built to handle extreme terrain conditions. Carefully positioning the tractor on firmer ground, Mark secured a heavy-duty tow strap between the 2 machines. With steady throttle control and immense traction from its tracks, the Case quad-track began to pull. The engine roared as the tractor applied consistent power. Slowly but surely, the stuck bulldozer started to move. Mud splashed as the tracks regained grip and momentum. After several tense moments, the John Deere bulldozer was finally freed from the deep mud. Thanks to skillful operation and the raw strength of the Case quad-track, the rescue was successfully completed. A powerful recovery operation takes place in a muddy field. A green John Deere tractor becomes deeply stuck after its wheels sink into thick, slippery mud. Despite repeated attempts to accelerate, the heavy machine cannot free itself as the tires spin helplessly. To solve the problem, a McCormick tractor equipped with a plow is brought in for assistance. The plow provides additional weight and traction, helping the rescue tractor maintain a strong grip on the unstable ground. A towing chain is securely attached between the 2 machines. With steady engine power and careful coordination, the McCormick tractor slowly pulls forward. Gradually, the stuck John Deere begins to move. After several intense moments, it finally breaks free from the mud, successfully completing the recovery operation. Heavy truck loses balance and overturns on rough ground. Lying helplessly on its side, the vehicle cannot move on its own. Immediately, two powerful excavators rush in to assist. Carefully positioning their booms and buckets, they coordinate their strength and timing. With steady lifting and controlled force, the machines slowly raise the truck. After several tense moments, the vehicle is successfully turned upright, completing an impressive rescue operation. The harvest turns into a real challenge. After collecting tons of fresh cabbages, the loaded trailer becomes trapped on a muddy farm road. The ground is deeply soaked, and the heavy weight makes it impossible for a single tractor to move forward. As the wheels spin helplessly in the thick mud, more support is called in. One by one, 4 powerful tractors are connected together, forming a strong pulling chain. Working in unison, they slowly drag the cabbage load out of the slippery field, overcoming the harsh conditions. In this dramatic field recovery, a combine harvester becomes deeply stuck in the muddy farmland after heavy operation. The machine, a powerful John Deere 1075, sinks into the soft soil while harvesting, its large front wheels spinning helplessly and digging deeper into the ground. Despite its strong engine and wide tires, the weight of the machine makes it impossible to move on its own. Realizing the situation, the crew calls for assistance. A heavy-duty tractor, the New Holland TG 285, arrives on site. Known for its high horsepower and strong traction, the tractor is carefully positioned in front of the stranded combine. A thick towing cable is securely attached between the two machines. With steady throttle and controlled power, the tractor begins to pull. The cable tightens, the engine roars, and slowly the combine starts to move. Mud flies from the spinning tires as the tractor steadily drags the heavy harvester forward. After several tense moments, the combine is finally freed from the mud, allowing the harvesting work to continue. A challenging recovery operation takes place at an active drilling site. After heavy rain turned the ground into deep mud, a large cementing unit became stuck in a swampy area near the well pad. The vehicle, heavily loaded with pumping equipment, could no longer move under its own power as the wheels sank deeper into the soft terrain. To solve the problem, the crew prepared a coordinated pulling operation. A powerful tractor was positioned on firmer ground and strong steel cables were securely attached to the cementing truck's chassis. Before pulling began, workers carefully checked the connection points to ensure safety and prevent structural damage. Communication between operators was essential to synchronize the effort. As the tractor gradually applied force, the stuck vehicle slowly began to shift. Thick mud resisted the movement, but steady traction and controlled pulling prevented sudden jerks. The recovery team maintained constant tension on the cables while guiding the wheels to keep them aligned. Step by step, the heavy cementing equipment emerged from the swamp. Finally, after persistent effort, the vehicle was successfully pulled onto a dry parking area within the drilling site. Once on solid ground, the equipment was inspected for damage and cleaned of excess mud. Thanks to teamwork, proper planning, and the use of powerful machinery, the cementing unit was safely relocated and ready to continue operations. Heavy truck becomes hopelessly trapped in deep mud. The vehicle, a powerful Kamaz truck, attempts to push forward, but its wheels spin helplessly, sinking deeper into the soft ground. Thick mud surrounds the tires, reducing traction and making self-recovery impossible. The more the driver accelerates, the more the truck settles into the swampy surface. Realizing the situation requires stronger support, a tracked armored vehicle is brought in to assist. Thanks to its wide steel tracks, the tank-like machine distributes its weight evenly and maintains stability on the muddy terrain. A heavy-duty tow cable is securely attached between the tracked vehicle and the stranded truck. The rescue attempt begins slowly. The tracked vehicle moves forward with steady force, its tracks gripping firmly while mud splashes in all directions. At first, the truck barely moves. The suction effect of the mud strongly resists the pulling force. However, the operator continues applying controlled power, avoiding sudden jerks that could snap the cable. Gradually, the truck starts to shift. Inch by inch, its wheels regain partial traction as the pulling force overcomes the mud's grip. Finally, with one strong and steady pull, the Kamaz truck breaks free from the muddy trap. The successful recovery highlights the advantage of tracked vehicles in extreme off-road rescue operations. In this dramatic scene, a tractor attempts to climb a steep hillside but suddenly loses balance. As the engine strains and the wheels struggle for grip, the machine tips over. Within seconds, it overturns and rolls down the slope. After the fall, the tractor lies badly damaged, with broken parts scattered from the impact.
Он ведь снял, я хуйня.
The video shows the installation of a fiber optic communication line in a remote, waterlogged area using heavy tracked machinery. Two crawler tractors are equipped with special attachments for laying fiber optic cables along muddy and uneven terrain. The first tractor carries a large reel of cable mounted on a rotating frame. As it moves forward, the cable is gradually unspooled and fed through a guiding pipe to ensure smooth and tension-free deployment. Workers on the platform assist by adjusting the cable position and monitoring its alignment during the process. The second tractor follows behind, pulling a plow-like device that creates a shallow trench in the soft ground where the fiber optic cable is placed. This method allows the cable to be buried safely below the surface, protecting it from mechanical damage and environmental factors. Despite the challenging conditions, mud, standing water, and slippery soil, the tracked vehicles maintain steady movement, ensuring continuous cable laying. The operation demonstrates how specialized equipment and skilled coordination are essential for installing fiber optic networks in rural or swampy regions, where conventional methods would be inefficient or impossible.